What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing just a very quick video just to give you an update on a video that I did recently. Well, not so recently now, it's probably about 2-3 months ago. It was during lockdown and it was a video on these things. Now these are the carbon fibre pieces. You can find these on eBay for around £39. At first, when you get them on the car, they are absolutely fantastic. They really are good. They look really cool. I mean, you can see how glossy this one is, and I'll get to that in a minute. The problem that most people have found with this now, if anyone says that they haven't, I'd like to hear from them, but only if you've had them on the car for, say, a year, because mine were on for 6 months, and within 6 months they've gone absolutely terrible. There's many other people on the bar forums that have found that these things are a problem. Now, I thought that maybe it was something to do with maybe the adhesive on the back. So on the back here, you'll see that I've put a bit of tape and stuff on there, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the problem is on the front, it's not really covered with a UV protection. So what happens is it goes very white. Now, I've got a few pictures, and I'll put them up to show you guys. Now, my one, honest to God, and I'm being totally honest, went completely white with just a few specks of grey, but literally went bright white. It had to come off the car because it looked horrendous, and I mean horrendous. So what I did is I actually took them off the car, which is a bit of a pain. I took them off the car, took all the glue off the back, and what I did is I actually basically wrapped them back up with, well, I bought some new ones, wrapped these up with a film, which up until a few months ago, I put these on the car and these haven't deteriorated at all. So really, it's a bit of an advice video today, but basically telling you there's a few ways that you can get around the problem. Now, the actual product itself is quite good. It looks fantastic, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't last. So I've used some clear film. This cost me about £5, and it did enough. I just put them on. I basically filmed it, like put it on a board, and it's like a wrap basically. So just wrapped it up with a bit of heat. But I'm not very good at doing it, so basically it come out a bit funny now. If you can see, sort of. You can see the edges, they look a little bit, to me it looks a bit cheap. Definitely when you're trying to make the car look good, it's just, you're better off just not bothering if you're doing it like that. Now if you can get them wrapped, or you wrap them yourself, and you can get a good job with these, then fantastic. I, on the other hand, have used some 2K lacquer that I've used for other parts of the car, and all I did was I sanded them back with just a very light. I didn't use any sandpaper. I just sanded them back with like a compound. The compound that I used was Meguiar's, because I use Meguiar's stuff all the time. Meguiar's compound, just the ultimate compound one. You can find that on the internet for about £15. And I just literally just compounded it back. And obviously, if you buy these brand new, what I would suggest to you is get yourself some 2K lacquer. Now it's a bit expensive. It's about £25 to £29, but you'll put these on the car, they'll last a few months, and then they will be useless. So, and there's many people that have said it. So honest to God, before you even take any of the backing off the back, all the sticky stuff, literally just spray them a few times with the lacquer, get it nice and glossy, and you'll make a great job. Now I actually did this on my car. I'll show you now. I'm going to take you outside, show you what I've done with mine. And also, if you know Ed Tan, I've had his carbon fibre pieces. I'm actually giving them back to him this weekend. I've done his ones as well, so hopefully we'll test to see how long. If it lasts more than 3 months, guys, then that's exactly what's wrong with it. If you have got issues with the same ones that you've had on the car, then you can actually fix it as well. So you just have to get the glue off and re-stick them down. So yeah, let's go outside. I'll show you what they look like, and hopefully I'd have put some pictures in at some point in this video to show you the differences. So guys, these are my ones, and I didn't actually sand these back or anything after I painted them, so there's a little bit of like a ripple effect. But you can just sand that back with a bit of compound as well, get that off if you really wanted to. I just left it as it was because I thought it looked pretty cool. And it's the same on here as well. So like, there's a little bit of a ripple effect these days now, but it still looks pretty good. Here's the other side as well. So they're still going pretty strong, and these are the original ones that went white, so I actually managed to get them back to the colour that they should have been. But you get speckles all over them. If you guys have an issue with these, you'll know what I mean. So this is the lacquer that I use. This is off eBay, and literally just pull the pin out the bottom, twist it a few times, and then from there really it's got a really good nozzle, so you can use it to spray depending on what you want to do. And I use this stuff for pretty much everything. So like the back of here, all of this was done, the top part of this is done in this. Same with this stuff here. It goes hard, and you have about 24 hours, 48 hours of decent stuff left in this before it goes rubbish. You have to shake it quite a lot, but it goes hard, so literally you can't use this stuff after you've finished. So it's important to get it on as good and thick, and basically make sure you do a good job first time. But it's not too hard to use. It's pretty easy to use. It's got a good radius with the spray. So yeah, let's show you Ed's carbon fibre pieces. I'm just going to show you now where I'm at with Ed's ones, so you can see the process. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a fix, so you guys, you know, if you're buying these, just honestly spend the money. Just get 20 quid's worth of this. You're still saving plenty of money on the expensive carbon fibre pieces, you know, out there. They're like £300-400. You know, these are £39 plus this. It's going to be, you know, 60-70 quid at the push, and at least you know that it's going to go on the car and it's going to stay nice and clear. Because to be fair, the carbon fibre tips, these were £60, and these aren't exactly the best fitting stuff, but they still lasted a lot longer than these ones when they were put on the car. They were put on pretty much a week apart. Those went bright white, and those have stayed exactly the same. They could do with a bit of a detail, but they stayed the same. So let's have a look at Ed's stuff. So these are Ed's. I've put the backing on them as well, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Just really gotta build up the coats, make sure it's nice and thick so they've got enough protection on, but they look pretty good. And if I can try and spray them, you can see how good the spray nozzle is on this can. It's definitely good stuff. As you might have noticed, that video was from a while ago, so that was actually just after the first lockdown that I did that video and filmed it. So it is now obviously February of 2021. That was like August time, maybe just before August time. I can't actually remember when I actually filmed it, but it was quite a long time ago. The carbon pieces are still on the car, so I wanted to sort of wait with the video and test to make sure it definitely worked. The carbon pieces have been on the car now for well over 6 months, well over the original time that we had them on the car for. And bearing in mind now it is February and we've gone through salt and rubbish on the road, bad weather, rain seemed to really affect them carbon pieces quite a lot. Ed hasn't contacted me and said that he's had any issues with his, but his car is garaged, so if there is any more updates to have about this sort of topic, then I will do another video. But just a little bit of advice really, guys. If you are buying those panels off eBay, you do need to put some UV protection on them, and to be honest, just lacquer them and they'll last a lot longer. The only thing that I have noticed is with the lacquer, obviously it makes them have a harder top part, and I have caught the lacquer on like one of the corners and it sort of cracked off, so I probably will need to sort of repair that, but that's just down to wear and tear and me being an idiot with like a microfiber cloth. Other than that really, guys, it has pretty much fixed the issue, and they haven't even gone a slightly bit specky. I didn't have any pictures to show you guys the whiteness of these carbon pieces, but honest to God, it is like a white piece of paper. That's how bad it got. It looked atrocious. It literally looked atrocious. So just a little bit of advice out there for you guys. I hope you liked the video. It was only just a quick little brief video, but like, subscribe. We'll see you very soon, guys. Bye for now.